Now, the Indian Premier League is in the news, and this is not just about the auction that is set to take place tomorrow. There are a lot of moves behind the scenes that is getting everyone to chatter about what the coming season will look like. At the center of it all is Hardik Pandya. The Mumbai Indians management made a stunning announcement of Hardik Pandya becoming their next captain, starting with the season coming up and taking over the helm of affairs from their long-standing captain Rohit Sharma. Let's first look at what Rohit has achieved as captain of the Mumbai Indians franchise. Now, it all began in 2013 when Mumbai Indians were in a bit of a slump. Ricky Ponting back then was in a rough phase, and the franchise turned towards Rohit Sharma to set things right and take charge. And take charge he did. The romance lasted more than a decade. They won their first title that very year, and Rohit and his team never looked back, winning 5 Indian Premier League titles in all till date. Rohit made a group of talented underachievers win IPL titles. He has an easy demeanor about him. He's got a certain way with the players. He had a great rapport with the senior foreigners in the setup as well. The Indian lads, of course, rallied around him, and though he wasn't quite like the MS Dhoni's mold of calmness, he had a manner about him that worked with just about everyone. What we know for sure is that this switch in captaincy is not something that's happened overnight. It was talked through before the World Cup even took place. The parties involved, the Mumbai Indians management, Rohit Sharma and Hardik Pandya were all well aware. But the news of the switch in captaincy has not gone down too well with the fans in particular. What immediately followed was a severe backlash from the many fans who have idolized Rohit. Since the announcement of Hardik as captain, the franchise that had more than 13.2 million followers on one platform alone dropped to 2.3 and counting. That's nearly 1 million followers who have showed their displeasure and annoyance at Hardik as captain. But it's not the fans or their expectations that's the biggest challenges that lies ahead for Hardik. What else then? Let's look at the facts. Rohit is 36. Any franchise that is looking to the future and is looking to build a team for the future will look at their next phase, what the team will shape up to be, who to follow. Rohit, and plan it in a way that the handover and transition is, in a sense, smooth. With Rohit still around and guiding Hardik, Chennai Super Kings, of course, tried that with Ravindra Jadeja the previous season, doing that under the guidance of MS Dhoni, and that didn't work out. Dhoni had to step back in. But in this case, it's entirely different. And Hardik seems like the logical option for a few reasons. One, Hardik wanted captaincy. That's the condition he had for the trade in the first place with Gujarat Titans. Two, is that he's being touted to take over from Rohit Sharma in the shorter format for the country eventually. So now, when that will be is, of course, an interesting question, and that's something that we will hear of in the months to come. But what we know for sure is that according to the management and the Indian think tank, Rohit is the first choice of captaincy for India at the T20 World Cup that's scheduled next year. 3. Hardik has had great success with the Gujarat Titans franchise as skipper. He comes with that credibility of having led a team to success, winning the inaugural year itself and a final the following year, only losing to the Chennai Super Kings. So what are the challenges then that Hardik faces? 1. Acceptance. He left the franchise after injuries and staying away from the sport to come back now as captain. It will take a while for fans to accept him for who he is and to even step into the big shoes that he has to fill. 2. Managing a dressing room. The success at Gujarat Titans was possible because Hardik had the perfect foil in men like former India cricketer Ashish Nehra and team director Vikram Solanki, who know how to manage personalities in a dressing room and maintain a positive environment. Hardik will be walking into a side with too many stars, Indian and overseas, and to manage that will be his biggest challenge yet. A precursor to what looks like helming India's reins in the future would be 3. How well he connects with his old new franchise all over again will be, in fact, the toughest challenge. It is in some sense starting all over again. It won't be easy, and he will have to find a way around this to ensure that Mumbai Indians continues to remain the successful franchise it has proved to be over the years. Mumbai Indians have taken a bold step. Many wait for the final match, the final nail, to make such changes and such dramatic changes in a setup. They have made a call to get ahead of the curve, something that other franchises are bound to face too. When an MS Dhoni finally decides to leave the field or a Virat Kohli steps away, fans will be tested, as they are now. It will be interesting to see how the next few months pan out, leading up to a very, very exciting Indian Premier League season. Speaking of which, the auction is scheduled to take place in Dubai tomorrow. Just a few quick key pointers to note that will be the highlight of the auction. 1. It's a mini auction, so key personnel for the future or smart buys for a short time only. 2. Recency bias is crucial, so us Aussies will go for a bit considering they just won an ODI World Cup in India. 3. Quite a few teams looking for specialist fast bowler slots to be filled up. So guys like Mitchell Starc, Gerald Kuzia, Dilshan Madhushanka, Pat Cummins could go for some money. 4. Indian names, not too many big ones, but quite a few fast bowlers who are experienced, who know these conditions really well, could prove critical for teams looking for one, like Bengaluru, Lucknow, Gujarat. Shardul Thakur, Harshal Patel, Umesh Yadav maybe, to name a few, could get some interesting franchises to come in and bid. 5. Not too many picks for all-rounders going by the impact player rules. Nevertheless, a guy like Rachan Ravindran from New Zealand, who's had a fantastic World Cup, could spark off a decent bidding war. 6. Expect a lot of trades after the auction, as the window will reopen till a certain point before the IPL starts again. So these are some things to keep in mind. And of course, you could have that surprise uncapped player pick as well when the auction starts tomorrow.